Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to this workshop, Restore Your Life and Live a Satisfactory Life. How are you, ladies? How are you today? I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for taking this time. And I see you still enjoying. Hi, hello. Yes, we will start very soon. Let's just wait around 1 minute because I see people is still join. All right. Hi, hello. All right. While I wait, I will introduce myself for those who don't know me yet. All right. So my name is Juliet Romero. Nice to meet you. I am certified as a life coach. I also have a bachelor degree in psychology. And all right, let's begin. I think we are almost all here. So let's start. All right, before I forget, it's important that you participate, that you be active in the chat. All right, I will be asking you some questions, and I would like to know, your thoughts about it, your opinion, your experience. So please try and comment in the chat. As well, take note for anything that you feel, that make you vibrate, or you feel that, oh, yes, this is something I want to take with me. All right. Okay, so what the workshop includes, right? So this workshop includes 3 modules. All right. This is module 1. We will be talking about how to heal our roots, how to make peace with the past, and how to eliminate negativity. In our second module, which is next weekend, we will be talking about how to implement beneficial habits, how to eliminate limiting beliefs, and how to reprogram your mind to success. And in our last module, module 3, which will be after the next weekend, we'll be talking about how to take action, how to build the muscle of discipline, and how to have a positive mind. All right, so let me ask you, are you ready to restore your life? Do you want to transform your life into a coherent and satisfactory life? Let me read. Yes, great. Yes, I definitely amazing. I love it. Yes, you want. Great. I am so happy to see that everyone is, in the same page. Everyone wants the same. You need it. Yes, great. Amazing. Let's continue. So I'll explain, right, what we'll be touching through this first module. You will begin to understand your mind. You will be able to change mental paradigms and implement new beliefs, habits, behaviors, and attitudes, right? So remember, the mind is the root from which all things are born. If you can understand the mind, everything else is included. How it sounds? Let me know how it sounds this for you. Amazing. This sounds amazing, right? This sounds wonderful. Yes, great. Wow, yes, exactly. All right. So, impressive, makes sense, exactly. Sorry, I have to go back because I want to give you an example that is related to this phrase, right? That we need to understand our mind in order to take advantage of it, right? So imagine you have a Ferrari parked in your garage, right? And you can never go out, you never go down with it because you don't know how to drive it. As simple as that, right? If you don't know how to drive it, you cannot go out, right? So it's the same thing with our minds. If we don't understand our minds and if we don't know how to use it wisely and in our favor, it's such a waste. So let's begin to understand our powerful minds, all right? So I want you to know, first of all, I want you to know that regardless of what your past was like, absolutely all of us here present can make peace with our past. All right? So to do this, we must begin to understand our mind. And this is what you are doing right now, right? We are learning how to understand our minds. All right. So I want you to look at the image, right? And start to think, what is your current situation? With which image do you identify the most? In the tree on the left or the tree on the right? All right, please take it some time to analyze this. Let me read in the chat what you guys are saying. You relate to the tree on the left, great. Maybe on the right, okay. Some of you say on the right, some of you say on the left. Let me tell you that this is also possible that you relate. I mean, like you are in the middle, that you are not sure which one because you are in a current situation when you are full of ups and downs, and sometimes you feel that you may relate with the tree on the left, and sometimes you relate on the tree on the right, and this is completely normal. Somewhere in between, exactly. And this is completely okay. The important thing is that you are aware in which part you are so you can start to take action, right? This is very important. Through this workshop, right, we will modify our mentality, okay, our attitudes towards life. So do not worry if you identify your current situation, your current being with the tree on the right. Do not worry, right? Because if you put into practice what you are going to explore, right, in this first module and in the other two modules coming, you will begin to understand your mind. All right, you will be able to change mental paradigms and you will be implementing new beliefs, habits, behaviors, and attitudes, as I already mentioned. It is important to clarify that this process of healing roots is not easy, and for each of you, this process is different. But the wonderful thing is that it is possible. If you embark this process, if you embark this workshop with a lot of determination to change, you can achieve it. All right? As you can see in the image, right, the two trees, one is healthy and strong, the other one on the right is weak, is almost like dying, right? And most of the times in our life, we identify with either tree, right? Because again, our life is full of ups and downs. And regardless of which tree you identify with, the important thing is that you are aware of your current situation, your current state, in order to take action on the matter. Now, please write in the chat if your current state is a stagnation state or a change state or rebirth state. Interact with me in the chat. Let me read. Rebirth, I love it. Change, amazing. Rebirth, change. All right, you are in stagnation. Fine. Rebirth. Great, amazing. Wonderful. I will dare to say that most of us here believe that change, rebirth is better and it feels better, right? It is just wonderful compared to stagnation, right? So let's continue on the path to change. All right? Let me change the slide. All right. Now, let's explore our origin, all right? Origin of our roots. Origin, which creates our values, beliefs, habits, thoughts, attitudes, behaviors, everything, right? It's what shapes you, all right? So that is why it is important that you return to your origin, at least during this module, to dig, and start to remove everything that is not contributing to your life, all right? And our origin comes from our parents, right? Family. In the family, you acquire your first experiences, values, and conception of the world. Your environment influences your way of being, your habits, and your ability to enjoy. Culture, the culture that you grow up with, contributes 60% of your behaviors. And this is, just imagine, this is a big percentage, right? So it's wow, it's very unbelievable, right? And our community influence a lot, because our social groups have an outstanding role, since they significantly influence your ideas, interests, and needs. Friends, a good friend builds you up, but a bad friendship ruins you, right? We are aware of this, but many times we just ignore this and we just keep having and cultivating toxic relationships, right? Religion greatly shapes your self-concept. Your religion affects strongly your interpersonal relations and intergroups. Now, in this workshop, we will focus on the factor that influence the most of who we are right now, of who we are today. All right? So I want to invite you to break the cycles, right? And for that, we have to be brave. All right? How we will do that? First, we need understanding. Understanding that our parents were at another level of consciousness, and that you are, and that if you are at a higher level of consciousness, doesn't mean that they were too, right? Furthermore, if you introspect your parents' life, you will most likely find that they went through the same or worse situation when they were children. Unfortunately, they could not cut that chain, and unfortunately, they repeated toxic cycles with you and your siblings if you have them, right? And the idea right now is that you change this, right? If you have kids, the idea is that you cut this chain, you cut this cycle, this toxic cycle, and you build a new history, right? Try to put yourself in your mother or parents' place. Try not to judge what they did or did not. I say try because I know it is not easy at all, right? Especially for some cases, that are more, let's say, challenging, right? To understand. If you cannot, at least try not to feed those thoughts or memories from your past that hurt you so much. Second, how you will do it is with acceptance. Acceptance. What it is, right? We cannot change our past, only the present. When we refuse to accept our family roots, it's like when you refuse to get wet in the sea, right? Or under the rain, right? In other words, it doesn't make sense to even think about it. So accept what your childhood was like and the parents or family that raised you. Well, you gain nothing by refusing to accept your roots, right? Also, always remember that it could have been worse. Your mother could have made the choice to deny you the opportunity to be born. However, look, you are here taking this workshop, right? So forgive to for sorry to forgive our parents, it is necessary to understand that nothing and no one has the power to hurt us emotionally without our consent. All right? So remember that your mother or father used the tools that they had on a hand at that time, right? The lack of education and opportunities limits the tools during the past, right? In that time, information and education were not like now. The social paradigms of the time were not debated as they are now, right? What was normal in that time today is not normal at all, right? So all these factors and many more influence our parents, not to be how we wish they had been, right? For example, let me share with you one example. My father had to hide under the bed when his father came home drunk because his father would aggressively hit him for nothing, for no reason. So, can I blame my father for being an absent father? Can I blame him for not being the weight I wanted? For example, your mother's age could have been an important factor, right? Was she very young? Was they ready to be parents? What kind of relationship do your parents have? If you had a healthy relationship, they have a healthy relationship. Well, imagine if they could not have a healthy relationship, right? Much less are they ready to be parents, right? All this has a great influence. Or parents or raisers simply did what they could and how they could. Let life or the Lord of the universe be in charge of evaluating their work as a parents. That is not really up to us. You just try, again, try to forgive. Don't do it for them, but for you. All right? Are you ready to forgive, to understand, and to accept? Are you ready to follow these 3 steps in order to cut or to break thoughts and cycles? Ready, ready, ready. Yes, yes, yes. Amazing. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you for being active in the chat. Absolutely. Great, great. Let's continue. I want to make an emphasis here before we continue. Of course, in cases of neglect or abuse, forgiveness, understanding, and acceptance is more complicated. It's much, much, much complicated. In those cases, I recommend psychoanalysis, all right? The need of a professional. Just doing this workshop is not enough and is not appropriate in those cases, all right? Next. All right. This one, I love it. I hope you too. In order to make peace with our past, it is vital to stop dragging resentments, regrets, and pain with you, all right? You need to stop carrying pain with you. Work with your resentments. We all have resentments, right? We need to work with this. And begin to accept your past as it was. Well, now there is not turning back. And we are aware of that, but we still carrying out with us our past. I invite you to write down this phrase and repeat it whenever necessary. I cannot change my past, but I can change my present. Let me tell you now, and comment in the chat if you are ready to change your present. Just give me an emoji that tell me that you are ready to change your present. Nice. I see hearts, happy faces, of course, ready. Amazing. Oh, thank you for this emoji. Yes, this emoji of brave, exactly. Amazing. All right. So let me tell you now that you are doing it let me tell you that you are already doing it, right? That you're already changing your present by taking this workshop, and even more by putting it into practice. All right. So to be a coherent woman, it is vital to take action on what you have learned today. You must be brave to be able to cut toxic cycles. All right. And just by being here is not enough. The most important is to take all this information and put it in practice every single day. Okay. So number one, how you will make pieces with your past is focus on the lessons you learned. And start by making sense of what happened. Always remember that everything happens for a good reason, right? And always when you pass through a difficult situation, through a challenging time, think, what may ask yourself, what did I learn from this? Is this making me a better person? Am I stronger, more human, more empathic, more tolerant? You need to analyze what are you improving with the situation. In which part or in which area are you growing up? What are you learning from this challenging time? If you analyze your past, especially those times that you wish you never passed through, you will realize that it happens for a good reason. It happens for something good. If you don't see it now, don't worry. If you start being aware, reflecting on your past, the time will come when you will see that you learned that what you learned from that challenging time. All right. Second, remember that the present is the only thing you have. Living here and now, because it is the only real thing that exists, that belongs to you, and that you can improve, change, and enjoy. You must be willing to heal here and right now, right? Say, I am willing to heal here and now. All right? 3, be thankful. It could be words. Human beings tend, all of us, we tend to focus on the negativity. All of us focus always, on these negative things that happen, right? Most of the time we ignore the good and ignore the fact that things could have been worse, always. Okay. And this is because life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Imagine, big percent, right, is how you react to it. So if you want to enjoy your free will, start by reacting correctly to that 10% of what happens to you. All right? You have the power in your hands to use your free will and decide how you want to react. How do you want to react to any challenging time that you pass, in your life? Because our role must be active, right? If you do this, you will have an active role, right? If not, you won't do it. You won't have it. Since it is necessary, so an active role is necessary to consider ourselves truly free. Now, this image, I choose this image because literally this is the way you need to react towards negativity. All right? This is a very important part of this workshop, right? If you want to restore your life and live a coherent and satisfactory life, you need to eliminate negativity, right? And what is negativity? A negative thought is an image, idea, or phrase stated mentally or verbally, which implicitly carries an unfavorable connotation of the contents in which the situation in which we would like to see ourselves occurs. We all know very well that negativity is harmful. It affects our mental, emotional, and physical health. Do you agree? Comment in the chat. Do you agree on what I just said? Do you agree that negativity is harmful? That it affects our mental, emotional, and physical health? Just write true or false. Yes, agree, it is harmful. True. For sure. Exactly, right? We are aware of that. But even though we're aware of that, we don't do anything to change that. We keep continuing having these negative thoughts. All right, negativity doesn't make us feel good at all, right? We already know that. So now, share with me in the chat what are the most common negative thoughts that you have. Or even better, what emotion you feel when you feel negative. For example, you experience, when we are being negative, we experience quite strong emotions, right? Such as fear, paranoia, sadness, rejection, frustration, loneliness, anxiety, anger, uncertainty, and so on. All these emotions are zero pleasant and zero healthy emotions, zero fun, sadness, rejection, that you cannot accomplish things in life. Exactly. Loneliness. All right. Yes. Well, this is really bad, right? Who wants to feel these emotions? No one, right? We prefer to feel uh, positive, happy, right? So let's work in order to fit these good emotions and avoid these not so fun emotions. All right. So in some cases, actually, I want to tell you, in some cases, negativity is activated automatically. Have you caught yourself thinking, speaking, or acting since the negativity? I caught myself a few times thinking negative in a negative way or speaking, out of negativity. And I wonder, wow, what is going on with me while I'm thinking this way? Have you? I'm pretty sure most of you have experienced this. Well, this is because negativity can become automatic. According to different studies, throughout the day, we are able to create approximately 60,000 thoughts, of which 95% arise automatically, being similar on consecutive days. And of them, the highest percentage are negative, which is 80%. Wow, my goodness, right? This information is just shocking, right? 80% of these 95% thoughts that that automatically are negative. So we need to work to reduce every day this percentage as much as possible. And how we will do it? How to eliminate negativity? Let's see how. First, number one, remove the level of bad, right? We always tend to level everything. People, situations, we level absolutely everything. Let me tell you that nothing is bad. Everything happens for a reason. Life is a beautiful and constant learning, where every time there is a life lesson to learn, it is when we tend to level as bad. What is happening or what happened in your life, and that, sorry, and in one way or another, whatever that shock that shock our lives, obviously at first we don't see it, right? We don't understand why this is happening, and we just say, why me, right? But believe me, you will later understand for what you have this situation. Okay, so always remember that during this challenging moment, right, that we consider negative or bad, that we level that way, is a lesson that you need to learn, right? When you stop leveling is wonderful, because since once you do it, right, once you stop leveling, you automatically become someone with positive outlook. Okay, and this brings us to point two, which is change your perspective. Change your perspective. Obviously, this step is not easy at all, especially for those who the negativity is already automatic, activated. It is essential, right, to stay in the now, aware and attentive of what we think, feel, speak, how we react, in short, of our entire being, to be able to change our perspective and be coherent woman. Now, if you catch yourself being negative, putting levels or having wrong perspectives, immediately recognize it and correct it, starting by removing the bad level and thinking, well, something wonderful is coming, or I must learn something from this exam that life is putting into my path. All right. And three, think your mind is a magnet, because it is a magnet. All right. I am a believer in the law of attraction. So let me tell you, what you focus on is what reaches your life the most. Our mind is super powerful. So that you understand, so for you to understand this better, let me share with you this fact. Okay. In psychology, there is a concept called placebo. It is about making the person believe that this medicine, right, will cure you, will give you some benefits, right, and will make you good for whatever you need, to recover. And in reality, the medicine is a placebo. It does not contribute anything to you, but the mind believes that it does, and that is what it obtains. Do you see how powerful is your mind? Comment in the chat. Do you see how powerful is your mind? Now, if you are aware of this absolutely true, every time you catch yourself being negative, you will quickly want to correct that negativity because you already know the consequences, right? So remember, your mind is a magnet. You will attract more things that you don't want into your life if your focus is negative. And finally, be grateful. Value what you have to be happy. There is a great phrase that should be paid attention to without liking. And I want you to write it down, all right? We suffer too much for the little we lack, and we enjoy little of the much we have. This phrase, I know this phrase for most of us, right? We will agree, right? And because there are so many good things in life, but we appreciate them so little. However, you have to be aware of the good things you have every day and learn to appreciate it, to be happier and more positive. All right? Let me change the slide. Yes, very, very powerful. It's amazing. Yes, powerful. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, our mind is very powerful. All right. So there is an old saying that fits perfectly at this moment and says, an old Indian man was talking to his grandson and told him, I feel like I have two wolves fighting in my heart. One of the two is angry, violent, and vengeful wolf. The other, the other is full of love and compassion. The grandson asked him, Grandpa, tell me which of the two wolves will win the fight in your heart. Grandpa answered, whoever I decide to feed. Only we decide which wolf we want to feed. Okay, and I want to ask you, and please answer in the comment in the chat, which wolf you want to feed, the one of negativity or positivity, the one of hate or forgiveness, the wounded wolf or the healthy wolf. Only you decide to be a woman who lives a coherent or incoherent life. Tell me in the chat, what is your choice? The loving one, positivity, forgiveness, healthy, caring, beautiful, amazing. All right, let's continue. Let me change the slide. Caring, healthy, yeah, amazing. All right. So we reached the end. this is kind of a summary. What is your goal through this first module is first to heal your roots, and how you will do it. You will do it with understanding, acceptance, and forgiveness. 2, make peace with your past. How you will do it? Focus on the lessons you learned. Remember that the present is the only thing you have. Be thankful. It could have been worse. Always, always, when something make you angry, sad, frustrated, something that you wish, sorry, something that you wish didn't happen in your life, always think it could have been worse. 3, eliminate negativity. Eliminate the bad level. Change your perspective. Think that your mind is a magnet, because it is. Be grateful. Okay. So now I want to give you a stimulating task, okay? Which is weekly walk in nature, hug a tree for a few minutes. This exercise helps you strengthen your body and calm the mind. Okay, 2, buy yourself a plant, a beautiful plant, and name it as your new beginning. Take care of it as a symbol of your new beginning. 3, every day focus on being the best teacher for your children, grandchildren, or just simply be your best version, okay? 4, take note every time you catch yourself being negative. This will help you be more aware. When you are aware, you begin to change. All right? Let me change. Questions, feedback, share with me what you take away from this workshop. What was your favorite part, favorite phrase, what you take with you? Just share with me your thoughts. Thank you to you. Someone says, I just want to say thanks. Thank you. Thank you for all of you ladies for being here. Thank you so much. Please stay tuned for the module 2 and 3, because it's important to do all 3 in order to get full, full benefits of this workshop. No questions, no questions. Everything is clear. Amazing workshop. I learned so much today. Thank you all, guys. Thank you to you all, really. All right, just before we say bye, I invite you to feed your mind with I invite you to feed your mind with content that's you good. And for that, please join our community of coherent women on YouTube. Here are my social media. Here's my website, Instagram, YouTube. Please take note of this and contact me if you wish. And all right, this is the end. Thank you so much. And he says, since no questions, everything is clear, I will stop the call right now. Thank you so much. Good luck, guys.